So today I wanted to cover the long-term opportunities that exist within Europe and particularly around the EU-Australia Free Trade Agreement, which is set to commence negotiations at the end of this year, as well as the conversation around Brexit and what's happening with Brexit and what are the opportunities for the red meat industry. So first of all, I covered the current market access restrictions that we face as an industry into the EU and looked at our long-term prospects in terms of gaining better market access into that market. If I had to prioritise the top 10 priorities for our industry, it's market access, repetitive, because we can't supply into the market with the current very restrictive and prohibitive import regime. So for our country, we only have a 7,150 tonne quota for our access into Europe. That's in a market of 7.6 million tonnes, so it's extremely low. It's amazing because I talk to people about the EU-Australia Free Trade Agreement and it is just completely not on the radar in Australia. It's an extremely positive, so we've ticked off free trade agreements with Japan, China and Korea. The next big one is the EU. So I would like to see more commentary and more noise, and certainly I'll be making the noise when I'm back at home about an EU-Australia FTA, because that's 500 million people in the European Union. So there's a huge potential for us as an industry to gain better access to supply this market. And also Brexit is obviously going to be a complex process, but it's going to be a very short time frame in which the UK has to exit the European Union. So it will happen in 12 months' time, will come around very quickly in terms of the UK-EU exit. So we will have greater clarity on what our access will be when the UK leaves the market. So we've just got to make sure as an industry that we have equal access to all other supplying nations when the UK comes out of the EU.